about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Southern California. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, 27 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Well, not content with the first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Tua. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Flush to his right. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Tua on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. This is caught. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. On the out route, he's got Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Tua going to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw again on second down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. 2 to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He can cover like a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
This from 36 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And this one's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
Going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. to go on fourth. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Down to the 42, second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A quick throw there out to Williams.
They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is a counter play, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own